Yes, once again, it is your boy, Gifted Gamer 204, back at it again. And yes, you guessed right. Today, we got another banger for y'all, man. So if you new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, share the video, because I'm going to keep on dropping that heat time after time. So, there's been a lot of people in my comment section going crazy over that PS5 Pro versus the 4090, the Nvidia 4090. It must have triggered them or something. I don't know what's going on over there, man. What's up with y'all, man? Relax. I'm bringing you the facts. I am bringing you the facts. So, and let me just get one thing straight, right? Not at one point did I mention that the PS5 Pro is more powerful than a 4090 spec'd out computer PC. If I say that, I don't know what I'm talking about. Because there's nowhere on this earth that anybody should be thinking that a console is gonna come even close to a PC running with a 4090 graphics card. The amount of things that you can do on a PC with a 4090 are endless. You can do whatever you want. Take the game as far as you want to take it. So no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the amount of money that you want console gamers to drop in order to play with a 4090 at a high-end PC, for what I'm getting back in return, is it really that worth it? Do you really need all those 150 frames per second? Do you really need it? That's the question. Do you really need the electricity bill to come as high as it comes at the end of the month just for gaming? Do you really need that? Do you really need to drop $4,500 just to get 150 frames per second? Do you want to do that? That's what you got to ask yourself. There's nowhere that I'm trying to just say that a PS5 Pro is better than a 4090 PC. There's no way I will ever say that. But it's like that game developer said. You got to pay 3 to 5 times more money, but the problem is you ain't getting 3 to 5 times back the performance over that PS5 Pro. And I didn't say that. The developer said that. So, get out your feelings, because that's what's happening. And this ain't for my real PC gamers. This is for them fake PC gamers crossing over from Xbox. Ever since that Xbox did them wrong. Anyway, today, you see the title, right? We're gonna get right into this right now. I just had to get that out the way because people must think like I'm dumb or something. Like I'm gonna really sit here and think that the PS5 Pro is more powerful than a 4090. But wait, there's more. Anyways, most of those PC gamers, you already have PCs, right? What? This ain't for you. This is for people that might have an older system or might even have the original PS5. You know, they might be saying to themselves, you know, I want something, I want to upgrade. I want something more. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to bring them options. I'm trying to say, look, if you want to pay $4,500, this is what you're going to get. Now, the sky's the limit, but you got to drop $4,500. And that's just for the desktop. That don't come with no monitor. That don't come with no gaming chair. You know what you need to set up on your desk? Oh, you need to buy a desk as well. You got to buy that as well. But you trying to sit down for hours and game? You better get yourself a nice, comfortable gaming chair. That's all I'm doing. So, with that being said, with me getting that out the way, we can now start the show. Let me pause this real quick and let's get right into it, right? So this man right here, he's trying out Cyberpunk 2077 on the RTX 4090. Let's get it.
Chris here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a
What's
GeForce
up?
RTX 4090 in Cyberpunk 2077 version 2 point something. This one is the Asus ROG Strix version of the card. We are running it with the latest NVIDIA drivers as usual. I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs right here in Tech Power Ups GPU-Z, and over on the left, I'm pairing it with a Ryzen 9 7950X3D CPU with half of its cores disabled, so we only utilize the 3D cache cores. This makes it faster in some games. And over on the memory tab, we're using 32 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 MB transfers per second RAM CL30 in dual channel. Let's get into it, shall we? And here we are, guys.
This guy got a monster computer.
That's perfect.
This guy's computer
We're using
is
the ultra settings preset here, which enables FSR2. I'm going to disable that. We don't want FSR2. And I'm also going to disable these settings right here. It's just motion blurs, chromatic aberrations, and so on. Everything else is set to the preset, and we're at 4K resolution. All right, guys, here we have it. 4090 at 4K ultra settings preset. It is extremely intensive here. I gotta mention that this is the Dogtown area in the game. It's the most intensive one. Outside of here, you're gonna see way higher FPS, but this roundabout in particular, like, it actually makes it drop from 60 FPS, guys. The 4090, okay? That's absolutely crazy. And yeah, it's just here where it's going to drop. If I was playing the game in the base game, in my usual benchmark run there, which I do in my full-on Sunday videos, you know, yeah, we would be seeing around like 15 to 20% higher performance there. But here it is extremely intensive, and it puts even the 4090 to its knees. You know, if you want 60 plus FPS 100% of the time, you'll need to utilize some DLSS or lower the settings. But I mean, since DLSS actually looks really good in this game, I would just utilize DLSS, honestly. It's pretty disappointing, actually. I thought it was going to be better. Let's enable DLSS.
It's pretty disappointing, actually. Let's keep it going, right? He's gonna turn on DLSS, and you already know it's gonna skyrocket. Okay, he's gonna turn on DLSS, aka PSSR. It's gonna skyrocket. Okay, let's keep going, right? Let's keep going. That was what you saw all the specs. That was native 4K, ultra high settings, everything on, no ray tracing. Now he's turning on the ray tracing.
Insane. And since we didn't really try FG at 4K, well, let's try it out now. Here we go, 4K, DLSS frame generation, ultra settings. And previously we were seeing around like 50, 60 FPS, 60 something on average.
Also, he has
but with some
DLSS
here
on
there,
here.
And some stutters as well. And this is where FG comes in to save the day. It also reduces a lot of the stuttering issues in some titles. This one in particular, as well as Microsoft Flight Simulator, come to mind. Those are one of the best implementations of FG, actually, where it reduces stuttering considerably.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, it shows right here. This is really smooth of an experience.
You heard that, right?
I'm really
Here we
curious
go.
to see it at 4K. Okay, so let's go up to 4K res. Okay, this is it, 4K using ultra ray tracing settings, native resolution. All right, and it's still getting above 30 frames per second. It's not terrible. Okay?
Would you look at
It's
that?
playable, especially given that again it's the most intensive area in the entire game.
Look at it.
In this roundabout. Yeah, it's stuttering a bit.
This is a
more right now.
4090.
It's normal with ray tracing and lower frame rates. I mean, if you want to lock it to 30 FPS, which you probably don't because it's a 4090, you spent a lot of money on the GPU, so you want 60 at the minimum, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it would be a better experience, I think, with capped FPS though, like 35 frames per second locked, playing. Really need 4K native resolution with ray tracing enabled. The card will do it, which is
okay. I'm gonna stop it right there. Are you listening to what this man is saying? You see the frames, 4K native, ultra high settings, ray tracing on. Look at it, and you saw at the beginning of the video as well. Man. I mean, this is crazy. You know, and a lot of people will tell you, I don't even use ray tracing. I don't need it. Why not? You got a 4090. I will be putting everything on ultra high ray tracing. I want it all. You're going to make me spend $4,500? I want everything. And you're going to make me spend $1,200 on a monitor, and you're going to make me spend $800 on a gaming chair, and you're gonna make me spend money to buy a mouse, money to buy a keyboard, and you're gonna make me spend money to buy headphones. I want it all. But check this out, right? Check this out. I keep telling y'all, man. I keep telling y'all. Y'all gonna have to subscribe to the channel, man. Y'all want the real? Y'all want the truth? Y'all gonna have to subscribe. Let's get it popping. Let's rise up. Let's get to the top. I gotta upgrade all my equipment, and once I get up there, it's on and popping. Believe that. Now check this out, right? We're gonna skip right into the next one, right? Because in my other video, everybody was like, "Oh, that's just one game." When I showed them the Alan Wake, they was like, "Are you kidding me? It's only one game." I just showed you another one. That's two. Now, let's jump into the third one.
Began with a flight from Mexico City to Acapulco.
Because I ain't done.
Connects Mexico to the world.
I ain't done.
For 90 years.
Drivers, and I'm not manually overclocking it. You can see all of its specs.
Share
right
this video right here.
And over on the left, I'm pairing it with a Ryzen 9.
I need to share this video right here. I need to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share the video. Let's get it popping.
And on the memory tab, we're using 32 gigabytes of DDR5 6000 megahertz.
He's up there. He's high, sky high rocket. We already know.
Now, first of all, let's go over the recent. Also, guys, something else that they added was a shader compilation screen. I think they did shader compilation before while you were in this menu, but now before you get to the menu, you have a shader compilation bar, which is nice. So let's go over settings here. I'm going to start at 4K resolution using no ray tracing and the Epic settings preset. The only thing I'll disable is global motion blur. Everything else is the same. And you can see the HZB stuff over here. It's the occlusion queries. And it says that it could be beneficial to disable this if you have a fast GPU and a slow CPU. That's not the case, really. CPU is also very strong. If you have a slow GPU and a fast CPU, you should should enable HZB over here. Otherwise, just stick to this one, which is what I'm going to do. And here we have it. So for a bit of a comparison with other GPUs that I've tested, I'm starting it right here in the beginning of the game. I'm going to start counting the FPS. This is native 4K with max settings, basically. And even the 4090 is dropping from 60 FPS sometimes. Look at that power utilization as well. Jesus. Damn, that is a lot. Now, we still have a couple of stutters here and there, like I saw one right now, but every single time I went down this hill with other GPUs, with the previous game version, it actually ended up stuttering like crazy for the first like 30 seconds to a minute of descending this hill into the forest. And now it's actually really smooth. So they did definitely improve a lot in terms of the stuttering this new patch. That's awesome to see. This will also happen with all of the GPUs that I've tried in this game already. So all of my complaints about the stuttering issues are pretty much gone at this point because they managed to fix it. I really, really like that they heard us and they fixed most of the issues that the game suffered from, as well as like improved the upscaler and so on. Also, something else that I want to see is the ghosting. Still a lot of ghosting here at the native resolution. Look at that. Look at the jacket, especially the zipper there. Yeah, it is pretty terrible in that regard, unfortunately. But I mean, DLSS previously did fix that mostly, and they say that they improved the quality of DLSS. So let's set it to quality right here. This should put us well above 60 FPS all of the time.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, okay. I'm still seeing a slight bit of ghosting here. It's not too noticeable, and it
Let's
definitely
keep going.
looks better in that regard compared to native resolution, which is kind of insane, you know. Like in this game, even in the previous patch or previous, I'm not even going to say intensive because it's just like a little apartments area. Come on, right? Let's go back to the woods, and now I'm going to try some ray tracing. All right,
now he's going to turn off try some ray tracing
first. I'm going to turn off DLSS as well. Let's enable hardware ray tracing. Software ray tracing is already utilized in this game by default. You can't really disable that. That's why it is so damn intensive, by the way. And here with hardware ray tracing, it gets even more intensive. Instead of getting like 60 FPS around this area,
would you look at that?
45. Still very playable. It does change the look of the game a little bit in this one, actually. Like the ambient occlusion is much more pronounced. The shadow quality as well. Lighting is better as well inside of like the apartments area, for example. But the FPS suck pretty much. Especially on such an expensive GPU. But exactly, this is native resolution. After all, I mean, we do have DLSS support, which works great, and it's better resolution, as you saw, in terms of.
Now we're gonna move on. This is all I'm trying to say. This is all I'm trying to say. You need DLSS. You need it. It's not an option like someone was saying, oh, it's optional. Ray tracing is optional. DLSS is optional. I usually don't turn mine on. I just play on native. Really? I want to know what game that person was playing. Because every time I'm bumping into videos, that DLSS gotta turn on. Now let's continue to the last video. Okay. What do we have here?
Oh yes!
It's only the game of the year.
Yes! Did you get the shot?
It's only the game of the year.
Be better with a tighter grid template.
Black Myth Wukong. Is that the game of the year, you say? Oh, yeah. It's the game of the year.
To another video with this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4090 in Black Myth.
Let's get right into it.
This one is
Let's get right into it.
Of the card. We are running it.
I hope y'all still with me.
I'm not manually overclocking
I hope y'all still with me. Because, man,
the bar is also enabled. And over on the left,
this is
with the Ryzen 9 7950
embarrassing.
CPU with half of its cores disabled. So we make sure. All right, here we go. Back to 4K using. No, I went 100% resolution scaling first. Full ray tracing is enabled on very high and the max settings. Okay, so these are the actual max settings because ray tracing is on. Here we go, guys.
Oh my goodness.
The 4090 to its knees. It's
bringing the 4090 to its knees.
Holy crap, this is kind of like the performance that I've seen with other videos because I haven't tested path tracing on the 4090 yet in Cyberpunk 2077. But
look at the frame. That's at 25 frames per second. I'm gonna stop the video right there. You don't need to see no more. I'm gonna leave all those links to all three of those videos. I'm gonna leave it in the description below so you could go and take a look at them yourself. Now, you see all those videos that you were watching? it all comes back over here. I mean, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Those of you who are looking to upgrade to something better, and everybody on the internet on YouTube is talking about, don't get a PS5 Pro, just build yourself a PC, and you're gonna have a much better time. This is where they're sending you. They're sending you right here. This is where they're trying to send you. Okay? Right here. In my last video, I forgot to put Wi-Fi 7 because you know that PS5 Pro got Wi-Fi 7 in there, right? With that 2 terabyte. So you know what? It narrowed it down to only these two right here. Oh my goodness. I keep telling y'all, man. Look at this. $6,600. My goodness. You're going to end up spending $10,000, bro. Now, if you got it, by all means, if I had it, I would have gotten it. If I had that type of money to just spend on a PC to play games as my hobby, like what I love to do, play video games, and I had it, I would have gotten it. But I ain't got that $6,600, and I'm not faulting nobody who got the money for that and is able to purchase that. I salute you. Salute. Because if you got it, you deserve it. Go for it. Go for it. Because I wish I could go for it. But I can't. I can't. I'm not doing it. That's not even with the monitor. Everything I mentioned earlier. So, everything I just said. Everything leads back to this, baby. Now, you see when he turned on the DLSS, that the frames went up, everything, and now the game starts running smooth, everything was running good. But when he had it off, it was a mess. Well, when you purchase this, that PSSR is always on for all your games. That's all I'm trying to say. And it's $700. My goodness. I mean, I don't understand. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. I don't. But I'm going to keep bringing it. That's all I know. Oh. Y'all thought I was done? No. I got one more thing to show you. Oh, yeah, I do. So check this out. Right? We're going to check this out. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. We're going to check this out. Right here, right now. Look at your screen, right? These are called shaders. This is something that PCs do when you're booting up the game. The PCs, they download shaders when you get a game, when you're booting up a game, right? So now this is what shaders do. Computer programs that run on graphics processing unit GPU to calculate the appearance of pixels on a screen. They are used in a variety of applications, including video games, animations, and cinema post-processing. Shaders are responsible for many aspects of visual, including lighting, textures, effects. I'm not going to just read everything. I'm going to just go through it. Effects, interactivity. Shaders are beneficial because they improve performance, create visual fidelity, allow for customization. I mean, that's another advantage PCs have. Are you getting it now? So, the game, when you download the game, the shaders are downloading, right? So once you boot up the game, the shaders are it's in. They're in the game already. The shaders, everything that you're seeing here, they're in the game. That's why it takes a while to download games on PCs. That's why you hear PC gamers be like, oh, hold on, the shaders are downloading. It's not ready yet. Because they need it. They need the shaders. This is another thing. So now when you look at those games, right? Mind you, pictures this on. Everything that you're reading, it's already in the game. It's on. Okay? Now, picture this. The 4K natives that guy was running, that they were looking so horrible with those frames at 20, at 30 frames per second. On a 4090 with this already downloaded into the game, all these shaders. I mean, dang. And you still gotta press that button, that DLSS. You still gotta press it. It's a shame. It's a damn shame. Now, with that being said, I will leave those links in the description below. If you are new, please don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the video. And it is your boy, the gifted one here, man. Gifted Gamer 204. And I'm gone.